Hello there, guys. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Yes, it's going to take us a bit of time to work this out. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like Adir and the Dirwood placed them at the forefront of military, politics, and heavy labour. Among the tribes of Nazitark, men perform many of the homesteading and organisational duties. In Ir Glanfarth and Ixamithil, men and women have more fluid social roles. In all societies there are exceptions to the rule, and men can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. So we've got human, or Mawa, or Mao. That's pretty cool. We can be the dwarf, the classic dwarf. Classic elf. Not sure what this is, sort of rabbit man, I think. Orlan. Or godlike. Okay. Maybe we should go godlike. That's always a good good choice, I feel. Death godlike. The most distrusted of their kind. Commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them to be harbingers of doom. Nice. This sounds like the one for me, to be honest. Although this does sound like a really good ability here. Yo, Toxic. Welcome in. Let's just be the biggest I can be. Why not? Paladin seems wrong for this character. That could be useful. The druids are kind of like werewolves or something. Can you actually pick the animal you can turn into if you go druid? Yeah, you can. Cypher! Oh no. They followed us. They found us here, of all places. The monk also seems good. Just getting in there with your fists and like bashing the shit out of people. Monk or barbarian? How much health? What's the difference there? But monk might be better all round. Let's go monk. That's tough. I'll go with the swift strikes there. Didn't know monks were allowed to fight. Yeah. In RPG games, monks are very good at fighting. I guess they're like Shaolin monks. You can take a lot of points out of your things as well, which I like. Living lands. Oh, it changes your clothes. Ooh. think I like this one actually. Ooh. Hey, that looks just like me. That's handy.
What is it?
I shall lead us.
Attack! Nothing will slip past me.
Follow me.
Ah!
Very benevolent.
You won't see me coming.
Nah, it's gotta be sinister.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood? Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle around here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
Is this like a mix of OG Fallout plus Elder Scrolls? The game is most similar to
There's a berry
to me
grows in these
is
parts, small and pink, called a springberry.
Baldur's
About the
Gate.
size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you
Classic.
eat it,
If you look
but
at classic,
frontiers would make a tea from it.
classic Baldur's
Call
Gate, it's
see
exactly like
inside.
this.
Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here. Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common around here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What is this
Nothing you won't see
place?
on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they
We'd love to go on holiday with Caravan Master.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond.
Who
So I
did
hear.
build the
Got
ruins?
different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Nice weather we're having.
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
And these huge rocks.
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days.
Shit, guys, he's figured out I'm a Mason. Now we're gonna have to invite him to the Masonic Lodge.
Soul butchers in Defiance Bay.
The other Masons are gonna be mad at me.
I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. Hold on.
Time to
Take
bury
someone
the
with you.
hatchet.
I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep. Kalisha. Kalisha! He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Okay.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Do not remember the controls at all.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Probably good. If you feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord, run! I nearly did do that reference. I didn't come up with that last bit though. I see.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Uh-oh. Kalisha, you might want to get over here. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Get him. Punch him. Punch him to death. Kalisha, you could, be helping here. Okay, fine. Young
it.
wolf, get out of my mind. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, wolf. You're much too young, wolf. That isn't your business. Oh, didn't like that. Just passing through. I've decided he has this voice now. Nowhere special, just putting as much time and distance between me and my old life as I possibly can. Nothing suspicious about that. Why are you here? With me right now, I mean. Sounds like a Metal Gear Solid villain. I've been inspired, clearly. Alright, let's get back to camp. Okay. Well. This sounds promising. Yeah, that's right, we do have a map, that's handy.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Nice, we got our full water skin. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides. Barely discernible in the dim moonlight, he no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Sparfle!
Ambush!
If you were drinking water which had skin, you'd be freaked out. Just a little bit of skin on your water. Nothing to harm you. Good for you, that is. Batter the fuck out of him. Swift strikes, go. There we go.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Well, let me loot first. I'll explore this area a bit more. Very nice. See, we could have missed this, Kalisha. You wanted to go back straight away. And we got ourselves a deer cap. Alright. Now let's fuck off out of here. Oh, it looks bad. It looks bad already, I can tell. Damn it. Come on. Come on. That's it. Farrell, get him. That's it. No chance. Nice. No. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hyodan, the last of your caravan left standing. You will try to kill us all evil way. Why make it easy? The jerking of the axe is intensified. The man gives a slight sideways nod of his head, perhaps acknowledging the astuteness of your response. Should I give this guy a voice as well? Many things may happen. The only one you can be sure of is that you hold your weapons. I will drain his blood upon the ground. So I say again, lay down your arms. Oh, I've now got to give Hyodan a voice as well. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Let's just rush him. Your surprising speed catches the man off guard. He hurls Hiodan out of the way in hopes of buying himself time to defend your charge. Yes. Alright, guys. Charge. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us! Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. Can you not just 3v1 each of them? Oh yeah, you can. I guess. It's a bit messy anyway, to be fair. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You could feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel, amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Do I remember wagon wheels? You can still buy them, what do you mean? But yes, I remember wagon wheels. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the warm folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hiodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rock, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hiodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hiodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. Without a weapon in your hands, you could do little to help him from where you stand. Let's grab the rock. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hiodan loose. Lurching to his feet, Hiodan clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But, diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hiodan to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Oh fuck. That doesn't sound too good. I mean, it sounded brilliant because I was reading it with my brilliant narrator skills. But the situation sounds dire.
Was that?
I'll be awake. Had to be.
And we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
There can be only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
You don't seem too upset about all this. Kalisha looks with the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Oh, now I gotta do a Kalisha voice. Maybe you don't know enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking. 'Cause there's nothing else to be done. And 'cause there's other people you care about who still need you. Well, I'm not gonna read loads of that though. Let's get going swiftly along. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zorip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. The Zorip's eyes narrow as it hisses at you. It lunges, raising the spear. Let's fucking get him. Alright guys, everyone. Never stood a chance.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I hear nothing. Oh fuck. Now I hear it. Have at you, whelp.
Blade in the dark.
Worth a look. Worth a look. Yeah! 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 Worth a look. Yeah! Worth a look. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
All right. Nice. Easy peasy. Nice, we made it. Four figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colourless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out amongst them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with two protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, Queen, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the Queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed. Its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus. I'm going to say it like that this time. Much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, but they seem to exist before you think, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in the ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery. But when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hyodan and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Well, that was a waste of time. Leveling them up. There. Just can't talk today. Leveling them up was a waste. Right, what do we want? Trap mastery, law. Bit of law, why not? Ooh. Yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah, that sounds just like it's going to be good forever if I get that. By the way, there's loads of menus of these. I can only get one right now. That is a shitload of stuff. Curious. What that's all about? You real? Yeah, this map is incredibly Baldur's Gate-esque as well. Which is what surprises me, because apparently you're not supposed to be allowed to copy another video game. Like, you can get sued for copying a video game too closely, apparently, but this is just Baldur's Gate 2.5 or something, I don't know.
The longer we walk, the more lightly you'll have to sleep.
And a lot of this isn't the only game to rip off Baldur's Gate either. But it's a very good rip-off of Baldur's Gate. It feels like it could be a real Baldur's Gate game. Maybe not Baldur's Gate 3 though. I've not played that one or seen much gameplay of it. But I understand it's probably a bit different. Oh, nice.
loyal and well met.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up at you as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. "Greetings," he says, a little breathless. "On your way, Seth, is it?" He wipes his brow, turning to face you. "The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think." "Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale." "Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road. You haven't far to walk. But you want to keep clear of the place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly, he didn't make it." He shakes his head. "I don't know what I'll tell my wife. I mean, his wife. I wasn't shagging his wife." "In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anyone else." "Who are you?" "Name's Nonton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since." His face twists. "Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else." "Where did you find this bear?" "In a cave, a ways up that way." He turns to point to the northwest. "I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life." "Farewell." "Noted." "Warning received but not heeded." Should probably camp just to get my HP back up. Looks like I'm nearly there at Gilded Vale then. "Farrell will have his revenge."
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
I feel at home already.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
Mind your own damn business.
The well-being of this village is my business. You'd best get used to the idea if you intend to live among us. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst. His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a bivouac. Is there someone in town who can help? It's a bivouac, isn't it? With a bivouac. There we go. Fixed it.
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
I agree.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Don't threaten me, little man. Oh great, now I got his voice. He shakes his head unmoved. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin, or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Berath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell, fuckface.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. Oh, okay. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Well met, friend.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'll go with that. Nice cat. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart, keeps the house clear of mice too. Who are you expecting? My sister Kalisa is travelling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She always was a tough one. She pauses. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road? Or the caravan, perhaps? It's Master Otima's. The caravan was attacked, and we escaped, but Kalisha was caught in a Bearwick. Afra covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she could manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalisha was always so certain she could take on any danger. Orfra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't ridden to her, she might still be alive. Somewhere. Orfra's face crumples, and a sultry tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for Kalisha? Orfra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could. But all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Radric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavour. She sniffs. My Hearthorn's gone. I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hoped Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollow-born. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else. Now with Kalisha gone... More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? That's a long ways to go. What's in this for me? I can only offer you coin, but Ranga has many potions and crafts for sale. Maybe you'll find something of interest, so it wouldn't be a wasted trip. She sniffs. I'm sorry, I don't have much. You're welcome to some of my food if you want. I have some fruit. Nice, we've got some fruit. I'll find Ranga for you. Orfra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods, bless you. Here, I'll give you a coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. She's not going to give me any free stuff in her house. Some gratitude. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Welcome.
She looks to her companion, brow furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nonton? Nonton coughs. Shit, what was the voice again? Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two seem in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. Ingrid laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay and... She looks at Nonton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Nonton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. Is there anything you can tell me about Gilded Vale? Ingrid smiles wryly. Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot goes deeper. If you are looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're headed for Defiance Bay ourselves, Nonton adds. But confusingly, it's listed as Ingrid saying it. Well, let's hope I can guess this guy's accent first time. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. God's hear me, Swain, or I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. There's the voice you know and love. This game is really testing my vocal abilities. Bringing all these regional accents into it. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labour. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone, despite my scary voice. No, that's not what Farrell would say. Farrell would say, I don't like being threatened. We have that in common then, Trumbull says, raising his chin a little. With all the poison Swainers dripping in their ears, it's not going to be long before someone decides they'd rather do things the messy way, and I won't let anything happen to my family. Who's Swainer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades and he hasn't got any kind of a time. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is Swain roping foreigners into his little crusade now? My name is Farrell. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now, and Swain thinks he's the king of it. They're all of them mad. What was all that ruckus outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Swain has ripped him up into a froth. Going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. Party gained 25 experience. Nice. All I can do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the bill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale, and Swainer and his lot shouldn't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town. The crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks and containers, it's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I ought to go have a talk with Swainer then. The miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it. We'll all have to make some sacrifices. We'll all be in your debt for it, if you can convince him. I'm gonna convince him with my fists. My godly fists. Have you ever seen this game before, Orion? Totally new to you. Nice. Nice. It's very much like the classic Baldur's Gate games. It was made by Obsidian, the people that made Fallout New Vegas. There's my character there. There's Farrell. He's a godlike. Is that what it was? Death godlike. There we go. I'm a monk from the White That Wends, and I was a labourer. My reputation is aggressive. One. That's a good start. My health is 420. Nice. Blaze it. Maybe I'll try and get into crafting this time. That's something I've never really done. But yeah, it's a Baldur's Gate-like game, if that is a genre. Have I picked up any better armors yet? Ah, yeah. There we go. What's even better? But because I'm a monk, I can just beat the fuck out of people with my fists. Which is the strategy that I enjoy. The Black Hammer Smithery. Might not need to go in here just yet. You too. That's true. You need to play like a bare-handed martial artist. Maybe if we do a Star Wars RPG, you could be like a Teräs Kasai master or something. There must be a Star Wars RPG. A Star RPG, if you will. That'd be sweeter if we do a wrestling one. Yeah, but most people are going to be, you know, a bit fisty if we do the wrestling one, which we probably will do the wrestling one. Let's be real. That one's pretty much guaranteed at this point. If Joey's already bought the rulebook for it. Do I want to go there? I feel like I want to go south. He bought a Call of Cthulhu book too. I heard about this. I've already got the perfect name in mind for my cat, and that'd be Pusillanimous. Dibs in that name. Oh, there is an inn here. Perfect name. Oh no. There's a Call of Cthulhu. Are they regular cats or are they anthropomorphic cats? Like Fritz the cat. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf. There is indeed. You think they're normal? What, just regular cats? Well, hopefully we don't face any enemies then.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Ooh, a fight. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused.
You got a lot of gall, mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adirans.
Go on, say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. Because then you'll have me to deal with. Wahaha. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other two a warning shake of the hand before turning to you.
We're done for now, but just one better watch his step around here, 'cause we're not going anywhere.
With a final scowl at the elf, he turns to leave. Based, yeah. It's the in-character decision. As the three stumble away, the elf turns to you with the tension almost gone from his smooth face. I want to say smooth skin.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Actually, that was fun.
Then I can't imagine you lack for entertainment in these parts.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusor, at your service.
You better have more to say for yourself than that. He holds up his hands. Please, I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
Within ruins? Those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Nothing. A slow smile creeps across his face. A man must have his secrets very well. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
That's my own business.
Of course, I didn't mean to pry. If there was ever a place for caution, this is it.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
But you said he should go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I see. Just gonna leave it. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Well, I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Fine. So be it.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Always nice to have another voice actor around. Wait, where's quests? The inn. And this is the inn, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. But yeah, you'd like this game, Ryan. You should have seen the character creation you can do in this. There's a lot of in-depth customization. In fact, I can actually show it to you.
Gods keep you.
Thinking about it. I don't have enough money.
Hello.
Also, I've been forgetting to do the voice acting. Ah, fuck it, I'm not doing it for the generic NPC dialogue. Aloth opens his mouth, but seems to reconsider. Nothing for me, thanks. Of course. We're running a little short on goods these days, but we ought to have more soon. I want to sell my stuff. Like a lot of my stuff. That's too much. Oh no, it isn't. I was looking. I guess, does she have a limit on her money? Maybe she doesn't. Might keep some of that stuff. But yeah, you can fill your party out at the inn if you're lacking for characters. Let's get a female in here. Oh, it's like Avatar. Dwarf. Short stack. Elf. Orlun. And the classic godlike. The creepy ones. What do you think? What do you think, Orion? What do we fancy here? Anything catching your eye? The Ormawa, or however you say it, Umamau. The mighty Ormawa are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. They're not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. Nice, strong, independent woman. Now, do we want coastal Aumaua? Viewed as a warlike race, the coastal Aumaua live in a mainland region along the coast of the Northern Hemisphere. Lands that are conquered by pushing Thurtan, meadowfolk, Natlan, savanna folk, and Orlan communities out. Their culture is more centralized and urban than their inland cousins. Though both groups are involved in seafaring, coastal Aumaua are very rare in the Deerwood, but those that do make the journey usually do so as mercenaries, bodyguards, or soldiers. Towering physique. We gain bonuses to defend against prone and stun or island. That looks like completely different. Completely fucking different. Island Outbower originated in the Deadfire archipelago, 1,000 miles south of the Valian Republics. While physiologically similar to their coastal cousins, the coloration of Island Outbower is starkly different, brown and yellow contrasting the coastal's blue and green. Though still uncommon in the Deerwood and surrounding environments, Island Outbower are more commonly encountered than coastal Outbower, who are quite rare when encountered around the Deerwood. They are often labourers, fishermen or sailors. Armed to the teeth, all Island Outbower gain an additional weapon set. Any preferences? I'm thinking you'd go coastal. I was thinking coastal, yeah. And here's our classes. We got barbarian, the brutes, the madmen, the berserkers. Those city-dwelling people often use the term barbarian with a dose of disrespect. These brutal warriors are respected by their communities. They're never disrespected for their ferocity and fearsome presence on the battlefield. Barbarians have a special, almost religious role in some cultures, but in many places the undisciplined, fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. Starting ability, Carnage. When barbarians hit with melee attacks, they automatically make reduced damage attacks at all other enemies within a short distance of the target. So it's got like a built-in AoE thing. Flex +2, survival +1, endurance. Very, very fucking good. That's your health, by the way. Your health is like your pool. Well, no, your endurance is like your it's hard to explain, but your endurance is basically your health bar, essentially, because once that drains, you'll be knocked out. But your full health pool is what determines when you'll actually like die. But endurance is all that really matters in a battle. Accuracy 25 +3, very good. Deflection, decent. Got the paladins, changes their outfit as well. Martial zealots devoted to a god, a rule, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but in the heat of battle their fanaticism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. Starting ability, Faith and Conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all of their defences. Oh, nice. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations the paladin gains relative to the behaviours that are preferred by his or her order. Interesting. Flex +2, law +1, endurance very high, health high, accuracy very high, deflection high. Pretty good in battle then, all round. Chanters. In every culture across Eora, there are chanters. Many historians consider chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. Their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, chanters form organised groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world they are a time-honoured part of local folk traditions. Starting abilities, phrases, chants. All chanters can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build the chanter's power until they can use an invocation. Invocations are powerful magic effects that chanters can create after they've spoken a required number of phrases through the chant. You thinking martial class or caster? At this point, I could go either way, I think. At this point, anything's on the table, really, besides monk and wizard. We could go the priest. Devotees of Eora's deities and practitioners of religious magic. While all priests dedicate themselves to specific gods, priests' power is actually derived from their personal beliefs. In contrast to most paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with the common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how their god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. Paladin split the difference. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. So there's so much. We now have to pick out order. The Bleak Walkers are soldiers dedicated to conducting warfare mercilessly and with extreme brutality. Okay, it's this one, isn't it? It's going to be this one. Cruel, aggressive. Yeah, it's going to be this one. Let's face it. That was an easy choice there. That was a fast. What one was that one? The Bleak Walkers. Yeah. Okay. Lay on hands. That's for healing. That can be useful. Or burn damage. Foul coded, no need to keep reading. Yeah, exactly. Do I want healing or flames? Ah, fuck it, flames. I suppose maybe try and get this a bit more even. Nah. Yeah, that's fine. Where they're from doesn't really matter that much. Let's just this place is Aomao though, so let's go with that. That makes sense. Actually, let's see what outfit is the best. let's pick it that way. That is pretty good. Changes your weapon as well. Nah, let's go with this one. That suits me. Feel like she would be a hunter. Or a mercenary. Let's go hunter. Because there's only a limited amount of portraits in this, I kind of like to pick a portrait and then try and make the character look like the portrait. That one, I would say. No, I think that's probably as close as you can get it. Let's not worry about it too much. Alright, now the voice.
I'm here, leading the way.
No, not like that.
No prisoners! They won't see me coming.
Yeah, that's good. It's better.
Eh? I've got this. Let's go! Time to see and not be seen. Hey there. Watch and learn. Yeah!
Good.
Keeping quiet. Follow me. Let's go.
Yeah, stoic seems right. Now the name. The toughest part of the entire thing. Avatara. There we go. Farilla. we can get to that. We can get to Farilla at some point, I'm sure. Right, now we've got 3 people in our party at least, so.
Good day, stranger.
Where's this guy we're looking for? Swaler or whatever his name was. Swainer, there he is.
Greetings.
Don't know who you are and don't much care. Keep walking, we're not here to chat with foreigners.
Alof narrows his eyes. Careful, looks like they're here. Looks like they're cut from the same cloths as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkles his nose. Smells like it too.
Trumbull says you've been threatening his family. Oh, I bet he has. All nobility, that Trumbull. 2 big strong kids. Purest soul in all of Gilded Vale. The dwarf sneers. Coward sending out messengers to handle his business. Well, you can go and tell him we haven't had a solid meal in days on account of him. And we can't afford a good drink on account of him. But we won't be bullied by some foreigner on account of him. You're a drunken menace and I'm putting you down.
This is gonna go badly. Swader stumbles up out of his chair, eyes wide. His fellows draw their weapons. At him, lads. Oh no, based. We having that, and I think that was everything. Sweet. Well, it was nice to get that resolved.
How do you do?
Yeah, I thought they would have like tents, but I guess they don't. Let's have a quick rest then. Oh, your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inwards like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher! You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets as your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer.
though it fills you with a new queasy apprehension. You feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Sounds good. Oh no, where was that guy? That wasn't the one, was it? It was this one, I think. But yeah, if you ever played old Baldur's Gate, this has exactly the same gameplay. Near identical gameplay. And Planescape as well. Very inspired by those old D&D games.
Greetings.
John Dons occurred, greeting. You're back. Have you had any luck with Swainer? Swainer's dead. He won't be troubling you anymore. In hell. The miller blinks owlishly. Dead? But... He shakes his head. No, I won't ask. I suppose I shouldn't take this as good news, but when a man threatens your family... Based. You'll have to check this out. Oh yeah, for sure. It's a solid game. In any case, I thank you for letting me know, that is. Wait, I've turned him into Swainer. I will now be posing as Swainer. I will steal his life. Perhaps now I'll stand a chance of getting this town back on its feet. Unless it's starting to go into Farrell again. These accents, it's challenging me. Giving everyone a distinct accent. It really is. Oh, thanks, Aaron. I just thought it would add something to the gameplay if I did some character voices, because there's a lot of text in this game. There's a lot of voice acting as well, but there's a lot of text. And the text on its own is just a bit dry, isn't it?
squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated, purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light in its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it. You feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with a new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from the tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, then. Do not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to communicate with me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher? You mean like a Highlander the series or something? Only watch, never interfere.
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Mayorwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who the fuck are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What the bloody hell are you doing here? What happened to you?
She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blanking expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I?
It's very informative, yeah. She's got a lot of exposition to rattle off.
Humble pittance.
And she doesn't mind doing it either.
Wife. See why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months. Looked high and low for impurities. Tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me!
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no?
Student of the soul? Like Aretha Franklin? I guess so.
But their
I hope so.
will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions. Actually,
Of course, dear.
I didn't have any other questions.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Yay, I was granted Crucible of the Soul. Alof looks at you through narrowed eyes. Ah, are you all right? You seemed lost just now.
This happens a lot. You'll just have to get used to it.
He folds his arms. That's good to know, but I suppose you could tell me... I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about.
I'm a watcher.
His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect that explains your earlier reticence about your experience in the ruins, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're travelling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things.
Do you know anything about watchers?
I realise the voice I'm doing now for Farrell is actually starting to remind me of, what's his name, Callus from Highlander, the series. Because I mentioned Highlander, the series, and it got me thinking about it, and then I realised, actually, that voice is similar. Only that they're rare, and they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you have just demonstrated.
Let's continue on.
It's exactly the same voice. Subconsciously influenced by Callus, the best villain from Highlander the series. In my opinion. Unless you count Amanda as like a femme fatale. Wait. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
It sounds like Troy Baker.
I'm sorry.
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Alof frowns. Is that what you people do for fun round here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman?
He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Impossible, I don't drool half as much.
Matt Mercer. Ah. It kind of reminds me of Troy Baker's, like, Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5. Matt Mercer, though. Yeah, I can hear Matt Mercer now you say that.
I've been out of sorts lately.
Oh, now I've got to do his voice. Of course, we all get our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpse for a while without blinking. No, didn't nail that. He winks.
Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come to these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
Don't be so sure.
Hey, don't blame me. I don't ever say. You can't take my word for that.
The town's had it in for me for
You can't take my word for that.
Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well,
I'm really fucking this up.
number 18 up there.
Fucking this audition up for Ida.
Used to be my captain during the war.
The war?
Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Red Cirrus. Marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwooden hello. I'm carrying this. I'm having to carry this.
What's a Deerwooden hello?
Blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is a smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. It reeks if they got the dialogue recorded before they actually put the full dialogue into the game, doesn't it? God of Rebirth and Redemption. Formerly, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from.
I had other questions. Why was your headman hanged?
Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kosk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me.
What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there owns a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
Oh no.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the Legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Alof glances at you and lowers his voice.
You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk?
Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him.
If you're next to be hanged, then why are you still here?
Gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Wademan's legacy started with Wademan.
We could travel together.
Where are you headed?
Some place called Cad Noir. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
I seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going.
Nice. Okay. Bone up on the law. All the law. Yeah, that's my character's actual face, by the way. I'm not wearing like a helmet. That's just literally what his face looks like. Because he's a death godlike. I kind of like passive effects a lot, because you don't have to do anything with those. Handsome boy. Ah, thank you. And Alof. Looks like lore is important for him as well. Maybe we'll save his points. Now what spell do we want to give him? Corrode, that sounds good. Paralyzed. Oh, binding web. That sounds decent. Let's try those. They sound pretty OP. Alright, onwards. Four characters should be... That should be enough, shouldn't it? Probably. Hopefully. It's a ghost. Solid looking party. Okay, you filled me with some confidence. I appreciate games like this, like big open world games, but from back in the day, kinda. I mean, this one isn't from back in the day, but this is obviously replicating like Baldur's Gate, which was, you know, what I'm talking about. Open world sort of questing. A lot of story, a lot of shit to do. Two villagers stand by one of the tide pools. They are breathing harshly, clearly winded, and look up nervously as you approach.
Hello.
If you're here to fish as we were, stranger, you'll want to avoid the compass proper.
The dwarven woman points to the southeast. Her companion shakes his head.
A lot of ships wind up spread across the rocks here, so that we don't think too much of the wreckage until we heard something. A terrible noise. I thought maybe it was a survivor, but he wasn't alive, moving but not truly alive.
She shudders.
It was awful. What are you two doing out here?
Fishing, of course, except I lost my fishing rod when I flung it up the head of one of those monsters. He sighs. We were looking towards the tide pools over and we thought we'd try our luck down by the rocks. Got the fright of our lives. We'll have to make do with the nets here or go hungry. Two new voices, right? Just plucking these voices out of my arse completely.
You said there was a lot of shipwrecks here.
The woman nods.
All the time. It's a lovely place, but dangerous as anything to sail. Good fishing most days.
She wipes her brow.
I think we'll look further up the coast next time.
What do you mean? What did you see? Corpses, walking corpses. We don't want any part of it. Whatever the cause. Might be we can find something in these tide pools, and then we're headed straight home. Good tidings to you. Wait, do you hear that? Uh-oh. Oh no. What the fuck is this? That's some Zorps. Charge. We got this.
That's it.
I like this music a lot. Is that a gamelan?
Nagaru, be on seek! Nagaru, be on seek!
Oh shit, I'm dying. I need my second wind here.
Nagaru, be on seek!
Phew. That was quite a tough battle, actually. but a lot of loot there. Yeah, so after the battle you'll heal your endurance back out of your health pool, which is the little green bar at the left there. But if everyone's endurance gets knocked out in the battle, it's game over anyway, I think, so... That's why I said health doesn't really matter that much in the battle. It does a little bit, though. Oh yeah. I've got no idea what sort of accent this guy would have, but... How is it that so grand a journey as mine should lead me here? The people of the Doe would call this pitiable lagoon a sight to see, but all I've experienced here is misfortune. I thought to explore the cavern by the waters, only to discover it was home to sporlings. I went to see the vaulted compass, and lost the bulk of my letters when I tripped over some driftwood. Bonaparte. And at last I made to inspect the dragon skulls, nearby only to be menaced by some foolish little Zorips. I will return to Gilead Vale as soon as I catch my breath. At least the Zorips do not appear to have followed. So he's sort of Italian, Swedish person. But that's okay, because this isn't the real world. These are accents that exist in this reality. A little vino this morning. I haven't had any vino. I'm just putting some gusto into these voices. I'm just giddy on the adrenaline of having to come up with all these voices. No, never during the morning anyway, that's not really my thing. These things hit hard. Oh no, Avatara. Oh no. He's messing with me. This would be a lot better if I was at the Vino. I think the accents wouldn't be half as good if I was any more impaired than I already am at base sobriety levels.
That's it.
The Italian and Greek accents can then improve before. Oh, is there some Greek in there as well? Probably was, you're right. That's an accent I'll never be able to repeat. Interesting. So it was all a big fucking waste of my fucking time. Damn it. I don't have enough camping supplies. But at least we checked this area out. Wait, did we loot all these? Yep. Yep. Let's go and sell our shit then.
Hello.
First of all, a room. Just the common shitty room will do.
Well met, friend.
Can definitely sell most of this stuff, I reckon. You know, let's get another couple of characters in. Why not? Get another woman in because the balance is still really off. Elf, let's have an elf. Oh, wood elf, definitely. Animal girl. Yeah, we get a little animal friend. Or we could have her as a she-wolf or something. Let's go with the animal one. What companion do we want? Stag, lion, fucking bear. Wait, what? What was that last bit? If a ranger is ever killed, the animal companion immediately dies from grief. Shit. Boar. Ah, fuck it, bear. Animal companion name. Oh, the animal companion gets a name. Sir. Based bear. I like based bear. Should have gone with that. It's too late now. Ooh. Very good. Very good. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Let's just go with that, that's fine. She can be feisty.
Let's go! My eyes are peeled.
Feisterina.
Hail and well met.
Then we'll have a bloke. Let's have a bloke here. Let's have a little dwarf. Mountain dwarf or boreal dwarf. That sounds good. Mountain dwarf. Good old mountain dwarf. Mate, I want this one to be the wereman. I want him to be a werebear. And I want him to sometimes try to fuck the other bear. And that is his dynamic in my head canon. Name Mitcher. No, I don't know. Yeah, that one. I'll just say that looks pretty good.
Just say the word. I'll lead the way.
Let's go!
My eyes are peeled.
Huh? Follow me.
Yeah, that'll do. How about, Barry Burton. Alright, that's a full party. I'm happy with that. Full party and a permanent bear. That's so cool, isn't it? If you had a whole team of what they called rangers, you could just have like twice the party basically in terms of animal companions. That'd be a cool playthrough, wouldn't it? Pets can make all the difference. Yeah, just like an animal lover playthrough. That's what I like about this game. There's a lot of like versatility in how you can approach it in terms of all of the quests and the storyline. It's got everything you can want out of this sort of game, really. It ticks all the boxes.
How do you do?
Hold, sir, but a moment. A hooded man waits upon the road, clad in a green cloak.
He strides forward to meet you as you approach, and at a closer distance his features are revealed for those of a younger man, though lined with weariness. He appears to be favouring his left leg as he walks. There is a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers, under the knee. Even so he greets you with a polite bow.
I do not know your purpose in traveling this road, friend, but I would warn you against it.
He gestures up the path with a sweep of his arm.
For the keep beyond belongs to that tyrant which calls himself Lord of Gilded Vale.
Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. The man smiles thinly.
And so you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. It depends. I do not help others out of charity.
I see. His tone belies some disappointment.
Well, if I cannot appeal to your sense of justice, perhaps your practical nature will suffice. For the task I ask of you would improve all our fortunes. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Radric's madness. He would cure Wydwin's legacy by ensuring there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. I fear his own wife, Ygritte, may it be at risk. The man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses, intent on ending Radric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers, under cover of night, but we were routed.
His face darkens.
There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons, the work of Radric's Animancer. It falls to you. Lord Radric has called for further reinforcements, and soon reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can.
He's going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this.
Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. Whatever your reasons, I can promise you that your aid will not go unrewarded. Lord Radric has amassed the spoils of a long reign. End it, and you may take your fill. I will find Radric and deal with him, as required. Then I commend you on your courage, and thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Radric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Radric. They will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will all be the more alert. They will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat.
He looks away.
But several of my men were captured. Maybe the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend Nedmar. He is the high priest, Baratheon. Now that the shining god has fallen, a good man in difficult circumstances, he will listen to reason.
Baratheon? I don't know.
Nedmar can help you reach Radric, but he resides in the upper level of Radric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You'll have to keep in the shadows, if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. I'll carve my own path through. More fun that way.
Kolsk studies you for a moment.
So be it, as long as you remember who the real enemy is. Gods guide you, stranger.
What a nice man. Didn't seem at all bothered that I'm clearly a psychopath.
I don't judge people.
Yeah, that was his little mantra, and I appreciated him for it, to be honest.
Wouldn't mind having a word with our esteemed lord while we're here. Got some suggestions for him.
Oh no. The guard fixes a glare on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or travelling entertainers. Best turn right around.
Looks like you die first.
The guardsman's eyes widen, and he stumbles into a ready position. Alarm! Intruders at the gates!
Oh fuck. I didn't think this through. For Farrell! For the love of the Farrell!
Oh, nice.
I am invincible. Ha 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 ha. Farrell the Destroyer, they will call me. Oh fuck, there's more. Now this I wasn't prepared for. Oh fuck, Knuckles. Oh bugger. Oh no. Oh dear God, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lords have mercy. Why is this happening? I don't understand.
At least Edith's still kicking. Look at him go. He's the baddest of all of us. Set. Looks like Farrell's quest ended that day. I had to go as soon as I saw that option was there. I knew I had to see it through. That is what Farrell would do. That is the most Farrell option. Alright, so what's the better option here?
Wouldn't mind having a word with our esteemed lord while we're here. Got some suggestions for him.
Step aside's still pretty good.
I'm here to see Radric. Step aside.
The guard snorts. I can't remember the voice now. Are you hard of hearing? He draws his sword. You've got one more chance to turn around. The guards inside won't be half so gentle. The guard fixes a glare on you. You have no business here. Lord Radric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or travelling entertainers, he sneers. I said that in his voice. Best turn it right around. Bye then. I think I'll leave it here for now, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've enjoyed watching me suffer through all the dialogue. Take it easy, take care. Bye for now.